Here we have Fantom symbol FTM versus the dollar. I got my LARP lines out and they're still working, so we're going to run with that right now. I do like this overall. Obviously, this is shaping up to be reaccumulation at a very high level. This is good, obviously. But does that mean that we can't have another wick down to, low $2? In fact, we're pretty much there right now. Of course not. In fact, I'd be looking at that as an opportunity first and foremost. So let me just throw back on my LARP lines over here. Working well right there. And let's see what the momentum oscillator is adjusting for right now. So 4-hour Joule did get that last move to the downside. Volatility is increasing here, but 4-hour RSI is doing what? Not really giving us too much. More neutral than anything. Let's go over here to the daily and see if there's anything more obvious. I'd be looking for a bounce relatively soon, just below $2, at around anywhere between about $2 and 195 or so, and look for a bounce somewhere right around there. I'd really only call this one a bit of a daily breakdown. If you start to close below about $2, could I do this on a 4-hour as well? If you're going to use a 4-hour, I'd say 195 in this case, and then I'd be looking for a move all the way down to about $1.70 to $1.75 before the next sort of daily bounce. But generally speaking, long term, very good chart. Obviously, very fucking good chart right here. Just short term, maybe one more swipe to the downside, and I'll be looking for a bounce after that. Similar to a lot of the other coins that we've looked at today, more or less I'm looking for this one to trade sideways for a while, and sideways is good for the long term. I just don't suspect that this one's going to be like putting in any like major fucking moves outside of this range this month, perhaps. Probably looking at November resolution if it is going to be for the BULAs. If it is going to be a bearish resolution, then probably looking at this one sooner rather than later to the downside, maybe even coming into next week. But for right now, man, I'd be looking for maybe one more wick down around here and then pop back up. Let's go check out what it looks like from this angle over here and see if that agrees. Daily stocks are down as long as below 233. Okay, so that is pressure down. 12-hour 215 magical number right there as well, so pressure down yet again. 4-hour will flip back up above 215.5. Okay, so we actually do see a lot of things turning against it right now. Hourly down below 210 here as well. So short term, very likely to give one more wick to the downside, maybe even as low as 195 or so. I would give it a chance to bounce though and kind of level out after that. Always have to respect a nice strong chart over the totality of time. So hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for FTM.